climb up a tower. Dr. John has the right idea, though. His big aluminum tower is on a tilt-over base. And I cranked that thing back up for him a couple of times in a sprightly manner. So as long as I keep myself physically fit and continue to do what I do with my racing and exercise and workouts and general fitness, I'll be able to keep doing this stuff hopefully for a long time. What I'm working on the 4CX250 is the box that goes in. The front panel is going to need a little work. It's still coming in. Something is, I've knocked something loose. There we go. I was getting a little RF feedback. I knocked something loose, it looks like. Anyway, I'm working on a wooden cabinet that can mount rack panels and have a door on the front and closed so that when I'm not using it, you don't see it. I do need to do some labeling, and that's a challenge. Now, used people buy those nice white dry transfer labels. I got to look and see if I can find them anywhere. Which you could put on and then varnish over them, and they turned out good and would last a long time. I haven't seen any. I've got some black ones, but I also need some white ones. Now on the black panels, I've been using my label maker, making black labels that I stick on the panel. And on these things that look like a rack panel, which you can put on and varnish over them. And I don't know how it'll look on the crinkle finish, but we can certainly try that. And I do have some clear with white lettering that I can try. The other ones are black with white lettering. And maybe I can get some really nice labeling on it because I do want it to be pretty looking. Got to keep the lady happy, I'm telling you. I don't want it ugly. I've been down that road too much. So, but anyway, that's what I'm working on. It's made out of oak. The outsides are oak plywood, veneered or oak plywood they call it. And the reason I had to use that is I couldn't get the solid wood panels wide enough. The rest of it are 3/4 inch oak. Got to keep the lady long board, or whatever they call it. You buy it by the 4 foot. And try to do that. I'm going to varnish it up, try to make it really pretty, put a couple of doors on the front that'll close. I'm looking for the hinges that you see on some of this military stuff with a pin that goes down where you can kind of lift it up and remove it. When you open it, haven't seen anything. Might have to modify a standard hitch and make my own, and I may do that. I think looking at how the hinges are made, I can cut part of them off. It goes in there, and maybe I can come up with something that'll work. Where you open the front doors, lift them off, set them aside, put them back on, close it up, and it's just a cabinet. And then the base of it will also be the similar, although I probably won't worry about lifting the doors off of it. Hide the power supplies down there, and at least I can try to make it look somewhat respectable in the house here, and maybe not get in too much trouble for having it inside, because this sucker is heavier than not. I mean, it weighs a lot. Even without the power supplies in it, it's heavy, and I don't know if I want to keep carrying it around. Might strain something. Anyway, so 7.3's Art, it's always a pleasure. And Joe, if you're still copying over to you, we'll say 7.3's to you again. Tomorrow morning I'll be in Fort Pierce. I don't have a high-powered transmitter. Maybe I can actually, it'll be late in the morning, so I don't think I'd be able to get in and join unless I leave really, really early to get down there early. Maybe Tuesday morning I can load up with my other antenna tuner and do an experiment and see if you can hear my puny 35-watt AM. But I'll tell you what, with the alligators on this frequency, not likely, because when I try to check in, I just get walked on by somebody, which has been my experience. Anyway, K4JCP, let's pick it up. W0JZJ.
Okay, fine business, Kevin, W0JZG, and N4JK. You fellas have a nice day. You're still listening, and doing it again. 7-3s from K4. JCC will be off and clear.
Joe, it's been a great morning. We even got to talk at Ecuador. So off to a good start. I'll catch up with you later. And Kevin, good luck with that. That sounds nice with the oak plywood and the work you're doing. The hobby stores, Hobby Lobby and Michael's, they might have something useful. I don't know. I know they have filters. I just don't know if they have a small one. Anyway, see you all later. Take it easy. This is N4 Jump here.
W4 JPL, Liberty, North Carolina.
Again, 4RCL.
Well, I don't think the early bunch is quite through, but it may have faded down to where they're not hearing us. WA4 a little.
KO, that's why all the Florida boys are gone.
W4 Charlie.
4 of you.
KL.
All right, Dave, I'm lost. You figure out the order. You're good at that. W4 JPL.
Oh, Lord. Since you were first, John, I didn't make a list. Let's see. Let's see here. I know it's JPL, RCL, LLR, SSY. I think I heard Terry, and I know I heard Cliff. This is what I got so far. JPL, RCL, LLR, SSY, OUM, and NKL. Who did I miss?
WWC.
W4 WW Charlie.
Who else? All right, here we go again. W4 JPL, KN4 RCL, WA4 LLR, KL4 SSY, WD4 OUM, WB4 NKL. Let's see. Go ahead, John. Terry to Cliff, and Cliff to Mark, and we'll see who else comes in. W4 JPL, WA4 LLR.
And 4LQ.
WA4 LLR in the group, W4 JPL. First of all, thank you. They all come in there so fast, I'm trying to check it off of my list and like, I'm lost. Good morning, gentlemen. 68 degrees here in sunny Liberty, North Carolina. And got a busy couple days coming up. I found out I had some rotten wood in my bathroom where I had a I had my bathroom Fortunately, I didn't find out until it was too late, so I got somebody come in. Hopefully, he's going to fix that tomorrow for me. More money, right? Had a great time at Shelby. Got to see all the boys. It's always great to see you guys in person. I picked up a couple pieces of gear and a 6-meter ICOM rig, which just needs a little cleaning up. I had to buy some fader lube because they said don't use the other stuff anymore, whatever it is I'm looking at, but the can's backwards, so I forget what it is. What is that stuff? It's something, I promise you. It's in a can. Deoxit, D5. I said, don't use that in faders. I said, fine, I'll buy the expensive crap. And I bought a really nice receiver off of Mr. Cliff, and it's cleaning up real nice. It works real nice. Real happy to get that. And used it last night to listen to the end of the Old Friends net. So it's all good. KN4RCL in the group, W4 JPL.
There was somebody that come in there right before John I think it was Steve and somebody else. You want to get in here and get down on the west? Yeah, that's me, N4LQ. Well, alright, Steve, we'll put you at the bottom of the west, so you'll get it eventually, but that's the bottom of the west. Enjoyed seeing everybody at Shelby. John, I seen you, but only from a distance. Then after every... It's very sad anymore to see what's left of it, you know. So I'm talking on a brand new microphone. Well, I went down there last year to Shelby, and I was looking for an M70 mic, couldn't find one. So I went ahead and got one off eBay. And I hooked it up and everything, and I said I'll go down this year and find a dozen of them. So I looked and I couldn't find a single one. I don't think Dave had any luck finding him an MC43 for his Kenwood that he bought. KM4RCL. Go ahead, Dave, and tell.
Okay, Chad, KN4RCL, and the group, and good morning to Steve, WA4LLR. Well, as has been said, it sure was great to see everybody in person. I get to spend some time chatting and visiting, and I certainly appreciate all the folks that came by the tent, took some time to sit around and shoot the breeze a little bit. Got rid of a lot of stuff that I've been hauling to multiple ham fests and lightened the load considerably, and I really am happy about that. Didn't take hardly any big items to sell this year, but we got rid of a lot of parts and pieces and tubes and stuff that I've been singing happy birthday to too many times. And Chad, you're right, couldn't find a single Kenwood microphone in the whole ham fest. But on the old friends net last night, John's got one he's bringing to me Thursday at the old friends luncheon in Spartanburg. Like I said, it sure was good to see everybody and had a good time. And Chad, I agree with you. When you walk in the dealer buildings, it's a sad story. And seeing the diminishing crowds is tough when you think back to the golden age, the good old days when every square inch of space down there was packed out and there were plenty of dealers and all the buildings were full. But the way I look at it, you know, times are changing. A lot of the folks that I've known for many years have passed on. And I just treasure the moments I get to spend with those that are left and new folks, and I go down there. That's the thing I have in mind more than anything else is the fellowship and just visiting. Did pick up some stuff. Hadn't planned on it, but you know how it is. You always find those things. I bought a HQ 180. Didn't need it, but the price was right, and the thing was cosmetically nice. I picked up a Heath Kit, what is that thing, 2060 antenna tuner. I needed another full power tuner, so I got that one. I've not been able to make myself pay the price for a Palstar yet. And I picked up a Kenwood TS2000. I picked up Heath Kit power supply. and a National SW3 with the coils, and some more odds and ends. Oh yeah, I bought one of those collapsible Eagle 1 style vertical antennas. This one's made by S9. And I don't remember what else, but there's more odds and ends. So I came back with a load, and Dave brought me another dummy load, which I'm glad to get. Anyway, I've rambled enough. Billy, good to see you down there. KO4SSY in the group, WA4LR.
YBC.
Okay, we heard YBC and we heard WK4R. You guys will come. Dave, you'll come after Steve and give it over to Rick, and Rick give it back to John, JPL, unless there's somebody else comes in.
Alrighty. I'm not too high. It may come down, so Terry can just fuss about it. Good morning. WA4LR, KO4SSY returning. Well, good to see the ones that we did. And my phone's still downstairs. I decided to just laze around and talk here today. I'll probably go to the office, probably not really going to work today, just going to go by and maybe unload the belly of the well and put some stuff back in the shed. It was pretty pathetic as far as buyers and stuff. There was a lot of stuff there, seemed like, just wasn't no people there to buy. And that may be due to economy more than anything else. I'm sure it's getting tight on people, regardless, in today's times, with the idiocy going on. And it really was good to see everybody. Terry, I'll get with you later on. Cliff told me to deal with you, so that I'll, in the morning, maybe later today, I'll hook that thing up and test it out and see how it goes. Once again, it's good to see everybody. And what was I going to say? I was going to say something to you, Chad. I guess I forgot. But that's alright. Maybe I'll think of it, maybe I won't. That's just the way it seems like it is anymore. Let's see. Over to you, Terry. WD4OUM, KO4SSY.
WD4OUM. Well, good morning, everybody. Glad you fellers had a good time at Shelby. I had a good weekend not being around you, so there you go. Billy Bob, what do you think I am, Walmart? Hey, I ain't got no returns and no refunds. When you buy something, you buy it. So there. Think I'm flip-dipping Walmart or something. Oh well. Anyway, take a bunch of junk over there and come back with more than what you took. That makes a lot of sense. You kind of rotate the junk around so you don't get bored with it. There you go. WB4NKL, WD4OUM.
WD4OUM. It's WB4NKL. That's what it's all about. Terry, swapping junk. I told somebody years ago, I'll just take it all down there and throw it in a pile and then walk around the pile and pick you out something and head back home. It'd be the easiest thing. I ended up with the 390 that John brought me. That was prearranged, but appreciate that, John. And I got it hooked up there yesterday afternoon. It works great. It's on the bench over here now. I've been cleaning on it, and it looks pretty good after I got its face cleaned up. I think I'll pull the knobs off sometime and repaint them. But those old 390s, most of the capacitors were oil filled, so really don't have any problem with the electrolytics or anything in them. I got I traded receivers with Ron Beaver. I got a NC 240C, which I don't know if I've always seen the D with the feet on it. This is a C, looks like the 240D, but without feet. So I traded Ron a Hallicrafters SX25 for that, which I've got to deliver. I didn't have it with me. I got to deliver it next Saturday at the meet. And I got a cute little transmitter, TX86 Amico, which Steve's got one, and his sounds good, so I didn't get a power supply. So I need to come up with a cable to wire it up to one of my existing power supplies. And it's good to see everybody. Like I say, the attendance was down, but it's been going down. I mean, it seems like it's just fewer every year. There was a big change from the time they moved over to Dallas, and when they come back to the fairgrounds, that was the biggest change I guess we've seen in 1 year. And cuz I hope you got the LMAC cooked up. I heard you come in there, so hope it's working out okay for you. I'll send it on around. Go ahead, Mark. W4 WWC. It's WB4 NKL.
K4JAL. WB4 NKL from W4 WW Charlie. Good morning, everybody. I heard JAL. I believe Jimmy. I think I heard you in there. You have to correct me if I'm wrong. JAL. I'm not sure where you'll fall in this pile up, possibly behind N4LQ, but Uncle Dave can straighten me out on that mess. But I did hear you come in. Good morning to everybody. Excellent copy on everybody piling in here this morning. Good to be in here, and like everybody else, I'll follow suit. Enjoyed the Ham Fest. It was good to see everybody, and I don't know, I guess you might say I came home with, I don't know if you can say I came home with more than I brought down, but it's about even, because I didn't sell a doggone thing, but you know how it is. But I enjoyed it, and picked up a couple of treasures that we've been playing with here last day or so. And Dave, yeah, that tuner you got, it's the same one. I went over here and looked. It's the same thing, same Heathkit tuner that I got. I think you'll like it once you figure it out. I never could find any information online on it at all. But there is an A version of that there's all kind of information. But mine is a non-A, and it couldn't find anything on it. But once you figure it out, I think you'll like it. And Steve, I heard you was there. I'm sorry I missed you, but I didn't get to see you. But I did hear you was there, and we enjoyed it. Good to see everybody, folks. It's about the only time you get to see a lot of these people. It's at these either funerals or at these Ham Fest. But it was a good show. We ate good over at Kelly's Seafood there Friday night. Ate too much as always, but that's part of it. Let's see. I won't hold it. I'll send it on around. N4LQ from W4 WW Charlie.
W4 WW Charlie N4LQ. And good morning to Jimmy. I think you're going to come after Cuz, K4YBC. So you got a little bit of a wait and big crowd this morning. And good to hear everybody. Saw a few of you at Shelby, but not all of you. I was looking for John and Chad. Didn't see him. Met Billy for the first time. Almost got away from me. But good to see Chad. Cliff, and who else? I don't know. But anyway, real fine on the stuff you picked up, Dave. HQ180 tuner, an S9 antenna. You'll never be any stronger than S9. and Cliff got him an Amico. I've got two of them, huh? They're building up here. If I'd seen that one, I'd probably got it too. I don't know why. They're just cute. And the NC240, I saw, I guess it's the same one that was sitting down there on by Ken KKJ. Boy, that was a beauty. Is that the same one? But I spin the knob on that thing. That was good looking. I couldn't figure out how you could tell which band you're on. I turned the band switch knob, and I could tell it was changing bands, but the pointer didn't change. There wasn't any indicator, so maybe you can fill us in on that. I picked up the GPR 90 from Ron Beaver, GPR 90 and the matching slot bucket adapter and the speaker. It was just too pretty to pass up. So doing a few repairs on it, getting it whipped into shape. And let's see, what else? I got an NC101 XA with a crystal filter and a couple of heavy things there. A G63 Gonset receiver, kind of a cute little thing, and two little miscellaneous items, but that's the big stuff. So over to Rick, WK4R N4LQ.
I guess it goes to Cuz after me. I'm not sure, but anyway. WK4R. Well, let's see. My computer died first thing this morning. I'll work out one day and see what's wrong with it. Good morning, everybody. Yep, I went on Friday. I bought a whole ticket, and I did buy some heat shrink ticket. I didn't seem to see a lot of money changing hands. Could have been. I think Cliff is on something, though. Maybe we should have a trading pile. Throw some stuff in a pile and everybody trade for something else. What else? Sorry, I can't get my throat cleared up. Saw a bunch of people. About everybody on here, I guess. Except Terry, and I don't think I saw Steve. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. I only went on Friday, so I didn't go on Saturday. Alright. K4YBC, WK4R.
WK4R, K4YBC. Okay, good morning, everybody. And it was really great to see all you guys I did see down there. I missed Steve, and I just got to wave at Al, but it's good to see everybody. I hung around there till about 11 o'clock, and then I went to a family cookout. There was a couple of burnt hot dogs waiting on me, and you know how it is, Terry. I had to go get them burnt hot dogs. But I really did enjoy it. It really did. And Cliff, I need to ask you a question. The little LMAC tunes up and VFO's right on the money, but now I don't have any audio. I'm just wondering, it's acting like it did when I had to replace that little 22-volt battery. And golly, I only changed that thing about 2 years ago, I think it was. But I'm just wondering if that battery could, you know how when you put it in put the meter in the modulation mode and everything, and you key it, you get a little idling current, and then from there it works its way up on audio peaks. So I ain't getting nothing. So I'm just wondering if that battery could be bad or whatever. You might comment on that on your next go around. Anyway, it's good to see everybody. Enjoyed it, and really had a great day. A ham fest, a cookout, and all that good stuff. So I really enjoyed it. And I I'm not sure who I'm supposed to turn it to, so whoever gets it, go ahead. I'm confused, as usual. K4YBC, go ahead, whoever.
Goes to Jimmy, and Jimmy give it back to me.
I can do it, K4JAL. I'm sorry I missed you down there. I didn't come Saturday, but I didn't see you, but I heard you discussed. So there you go. I went down on Friday and spent about 4 hours. My Meniere's disease is kicked up, so I stumped around there as long as I could and left. Didn't see too many people, but saw enough. I bought another case for the R390, and I got it painted up and stuck a unit in there, and I'm pleased with where it fits into my shack now. Anyway, and I bought another D104 that don't work to go with my collection of non-functional microphones, and that's about the size of it. So, back to you, Dave, WA4LLR, K4JAL.
All right, do we have anybody else that would like to join in? Come now. Well, I guess the 11 is the crowd for this morning. K4JAL and the group, WA4LLR. Well, Dave, I wish you'd have brought that mic by the tent. Jimmy, if you'd have brought the mic by the tent, I've got that little amplifier that I carry with me, the battery amp, in case I'm overcome with the desire to buy a microphone. I want to make sure it doesn't have a sock in the head instead of an element. After about 2 of those, I started carrying a little transistor amplifier with test leads on it. And we could have determined the truth of that mic, but oh well. Let's see, Dave, thanks again for the dummy load. I really appreciate that and enjoyed the time we got to spend together sitting there chatting. And Steve, I really appreciate the times you came by through the week and offered your assistance on antennas or whatever. And it was great to see everybody. Cliff, congratulations on the TX86. I didn't see you with it, but I saw the picture. I guess Brian posted it, and it sure looks like a nice one. But you know, like I said, it's saddening to see the attendance go down, but I just count it a blessing to still be able to come and meet with the folks. I've got a sled load of doctor's appointments this week. I've got 2 appointments tomorrow, one with my family doctor to hopefully get permission for surgery. And then I've got to go to the hospital where the surgery is to be performed and go for a class on hip replacements. Then Wednesday I've got to go for pre-op. So it's going to be a busy week. And John, sorry to hear about the rotten wood that you didn't know that you were blessed with. I hope you get that taken care of without a tremendous outlay of funds. Jimmy, glad you got your excuse me 390 case. That's good. And John, glad you got some more toys to play with. So I think all in all, everybody had a good time, which is a good deal. So nice big group in here, so let's keep it going around. W4JPL, WA4LLR.
You screwed the boot you're supposed to want your John boy to begin with.
No, it wasn't. John's first on the list. Yes, it was, because I come in there. You're exactly right, Terry. I'm asleep. I haven't had any coffee yet. I apologize. Go ahead, John.
Hey, life's too short to fuss. Did Rick get a turn?
Yeah, unfortunately.
That was a double.
Keeps trying to get in there.
Who else is trying to come in?
W2CQS.
Oh, good morning, Reed. Who else was there? Okay, yeah. After Jimmy, it should have went to John. Let's let Reed come in and make one, W2CQH, and Reed, give it over to W4JPL. W2CQH, W84LLR.
Okay, W84LLR, W2CUH. Well, I survived the Shelby Hamfest. Sorry I didn't see you, Dave. Went past your spot, but you weren't there. I just said attendance was down and golf cart density was up. So the ham population is definitely getting older, and nothing followed me home. So I had a good report to the XYL. So over to W4 Jet Propulsion Laboratory, W2 Charlie Quebec Hotel.
Okie doke. Good morning. W4JPL, Japanese Plastic Lunchbox. Alright, well again, good morning everybody. I'm sitting here working on this RME 50. Yesterday I put a 3-wire plug and fused it. Figured out what size fuse I need, so that's the next thing. I just pulled all the tubes, and today she's going out and getting a bath. Let her bake in the sun for a day or two. And then I got some hammered paint, and I'm going to refinish the cabinet. Make her look pretty, because she works pretty. You got to make her look pretty. Something else I picked up. I've yet to test them, but I got a couple of 6146s, a pair of 3B28s, and 3 807s. To me, you can never have enough 3B28s, that's for sure, and 6146s. The 807s I needed for my Johnson transmitter. I used to have a bunch of them. I gave them away years ago. Another little treasure I found was a woman was selling some estate sale stuff, and they had a box of crystals. And I don't know where they are right now. I probably lost the dang things, but there was a 3715 crystal and a 3725 crystal. So I got those. And eventually I'm going to get some 3885 crystals. Let's see. Chad, I'm sorry I didn't get to see you at Shelby. I never saw you. I was there both days, but we probably left around 10 o'clock, 10:30. Just wasn't nothing going on. It was getting hot, and we got a 2.5-hour drive, so I'm a fair weather friend. And Dave, it sounds like you brought home more than you sold. Of course, that's what I always do, so I got nothing to complain about that. Steve, I did see you briefly for a moment, but you were heavily engaged in something, so I just let you be. Let's see, this goes to Chad. KN4RCL in the group, W4JPL.
John, you did see me, but I don't think I seen you, but I don't think you recognized me. When you was getting in and showing your ticket, I was right behind you. John, you did see me, but I went over there to Grouip, and I went over there to Dave. And sat with Dave a little bit, and I went down there and getting in Mark a little bit, and I got you right behind you. John, you did see me. When I went between, I went over there with Dave and sitting with Grouip. And most of my day, you know, Shelby is one of my favorite places to people watch. And, well, Shelby's number 2, and number 1 is probably Las Vegas, Nevada. And this year, there was definitely some characters out there. Because I'd say you come in second place. Because there's one boy there that had rubber gloves up to his elbow and a mask on. I would say that was the strangest character I've seen, and sure hope we don't get that mess started again with people wearing gloves up to the elbow and a face mask. See, Terry, if you would have come over there where you Darth Vader mess, you could have took first place, or you would have bought your Google hat, you know, the one with the little propeller in the back and spinning it around. You could have won first place and been the grand prize winner instead of the runner-up. Okay, in for, another thing. I come home and I was standing on my 2-meter rig, and it picked up 145.390, and there was some gentlemen talking on there that they seen Cliff and Mark at the Helm Fest. So they said East Tennessee was represented pretty good. There was a good crowd from Tennessee there. I say that probably the most attended, even beating out North Carolina, East Tennessee was. That's just what I seen. But I enjoyed seeing everybody and everything. So I'll send it on around. Now it's your turn, Dave. WA4LR. Go ahead.
Okay, Chad. Since I took my turn out of turn, Billy, pick it up. K4SSY, WA4LR.
Well, leave it to Terry. Well, he might have two new handles there, Dave. Maggot, you know, from the other day, and Beaver today. You know the old saying, leave it to Beaver. Oh, Lord, or the radio show. And by George, Terry, don't you jump on me. I had it ready, and I was told, hey, I'd deal with you. He wasn't being your middleman. He was just doing what he was told. So there, you suck it up, or whatever. Like it or lump it, leave it or take it, whatever. Honey, it don't matter. And Cliff, have you talked to Gene since they packed up down there at the Ham Fest that we was taking his, and it's not funny, but we was taking his tent all apart and got down to the last piece, and he had his Suburban parked right there, and his son-in-law was taking the very last parts of that pipe tent apart, and that thing flopped around and busted out his passenger side glass in the back section there, and so he's gonna have to give him another window put back in. But oh well, stuff happens, I reckon. Back over to you, Terry. WD4OUM, K4SSY.
WD4OUM. Well, Billy Bob, it's like this. All you fellers sit around with pencils and papers and take notes and all this and all that. And then you can't read your own writing. So, and you don't pay no attention to what you wrote. So, oh well. I ain't gonna say nothing else. You fellers just do whatever the flip dip you want to. So there you go. And as far as Cliff goes, I'm gonna cut him off. You know, I was expecting him, you know, come riding up here, and we go down there and eat fish, and he'd bring me that money. But no. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's cut off. He can fend for himself from now on. And as far as that mic goes, you can try that. You can do whatever you want to. You can take it and stuff it. How about that? I'm glad I'm in a good mood this morning. Anyway, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood here in beautiful downtown Burbank. On the ride out to the range yesterday, I noticed everything is getting dry again. How about that? Can you believe that? People had cut hay and it was laying there all dried up and everything ready to bale. But, oh well. Anyway, and cuz, just a curious question here, cuz. Did you plug the mic into the radio? Cuz, into the right hole there, you know, it's got two holes. Did you plug it in the right one? And, oh well. WB4NKL. I don't know about you, Cliff. WD4OUM.
WD4OUM, it's WB4NKL. Now, Terry, I was doing exactly what you told me. You told me to take that mic to Billy. Didn't give any instructions about collecting any money or how much money. I never did hear a dollar figure, so, you know, so there you go. Let's see. Cuz I don't think that would be that battery. That's, I had a D104. It was modulating good here, but if the battery was bad, you'd think it'd pull too much current instead of no current. That sort of sounds back like, you know, before you had the battery go up, we were thinking driver transformer, and you put a battery in and it started working. I'm thinking maybe driver transformer again, but that's crazy why it would quit between here and Selby. Check the microphone real good and make sure you are measuring plate current on that modulator. Sometimes those switches are a little flaky on the metering, but if the battery was bad, it wouldn't have any bias, and it should be pulling a bunch of current on the modulator. So I don't know. I wished I was lived over there where Rick did. I'd jump in the car and come over and we'd check it out. I might have to do the same thing one day. Come down and check it out for you. It couldn't be much because it was doing fine here. After I got the carrier back on that bad VFO tube, so it couldn't. I wouldn't think that battery would go bad that quick. I hate Gene broke his glass out, Billy. He can blame it on Matt, his son-in-law. You know, he probably needs something to blame on Matt anyway. But he seemed like he always has some kind of some difficulties down there. I ended up with one of these little portable radios I brought back with me, so I gotta get with Gene there sometime, get that back to him. I don't think he'll miss it though. He's probably got 50 of them. And let's see, that 240 that I bought was one Ron Beaver had, Steve. It's one that don't have those little chrome feet on it. The one you were looking at belongs to Brandon, and it's still available if you're interested in it. He didn't sell it, and then his back started bothering him. He didn't get to come back Saturday. So I think we tried to do all the lifting for him, but I hope he didn't hurt his back lifting something over at the Hamfest. And let's see. I think that's all my notes. Oh, the G63. I seen that little receiver. I've got one, or I'd probably been looking at it closer, but I've got one over here. I like that drum dial in it. Nice little receiver. And I didn't know you had two Amicos. So you're Amico. We got the market cornered, I guess. I'm gonna have to build up a little power supply. I wonder if you got two power supplies. Send it on around. Go ahead. Mark, W4 WWC, WB4 NKL.
WB4 NKL from W4 WWC, fine business. And right off, John, I forgot to send thank you flowers to John over there for in Liberty for picking up this 390. It works. It seems to do what it's supposed to do. And once again, I appreciate you fetching that for Cliff and I think I didn't need it, but what's that got to do with anything? And John, I did too. I picked up, I may have got it from the same table you did, some kind of estate sale down there. I appreciate you. And the woman kept saying, make offer, nothing's going home, nothing's going back. And I did pick up a D104. I haven't done the sock test with it. It could be stuff too. And yeah, Dave, if I'd have thought, I'd have took it up there to your hut and had you check it, because I knew you had that official D104 chrome chicken choker checker, and if I would have thought about it, I'd have run it up there and got you to check it out. But I hadn't had time to get into that. It looks good, and she had $49 on it. I offered her $20, and she about pulled my arm off. So it does look good, but I bought them before that looked fantastic, and they, like me, they was a dead duck. So we'll wait and see what happens. I did pick up I didn't need this either, but once again, what's that got to do with anything? I did pick up a Tektronix scope and dual trace, 100 megahertz. It works good. I ran sign through it yesterday, and it did what it was supposed to do. Seemed to. Pots are a little dirty. We pulled some of the modules out and cleaned on that, and it seems to. It's usable. I'll put it that way. It's got good beam, good focus, so it is usable, and both channels seem to work. Running a ART-13 here because I was too lazy to turn anything else on. The ARTs, you flip about 2 switches and you're on the air. So we're running an ART-13 with a chrome chicken choker D104 and listening on Old Reliable here. 75A2 Collins, and that's the situation here. Once again, it was good to see everybody down there. Steve, I'm sorry I missed you. Like I say, I did hear you was there, and must have just didn't cross paths or whatever. Billy, I hate to hear that about wow, I hate to hear that about Gene. I'd say his favorite son-in-law may have got rode out of the wheel. I don't know. We'll have to check on that as time goes on. I may call him after a while. I hate to hear that. At least it wasn't raining. It could have been a lot worse. He could have had to drove home with a back seat full of water. I'll stick around for one more, and if the spirit moves me, I might get out and try to do some weed eating. I don't know. Spirit hasn't moved yet. We'll see. But I will hang around for one more round. N4LQ from W4 WWC.
W4 WWC. N4LQ. Oh, there. Huh. Looking at my play current, look kind of weird. What's that sound in the background there, Mark? Sounds like a horse or something running through the room. I'm not sure what that was. Yeah, you get a D104 at a Hamfest, you can pretty well count on it being bad, especially if a CBer is selling it, like some of those notorious folks there. And if I intend to buy one, I always carry my little pocket amplifier with me, a little Radio Shack thing, which I did at Waynesville, and I went to the CBer, and he had a whole bunch of them. So I took the head off and checked it from the head. I had alligator clips on the amplifier. Found a good one and put it back on the stand and brought it home. And it was dead. And it turned out the battery was not only dead, but it must have been the original battery from 1953 or something. It was a mess. I had to clean all that out. Anyway, sorry I missed some of you, and no, I didn't have a mask on. Like Chad was talking about the COVIDians there with some mask, but nope, that wasn't me. I had my hat on with my call sign and all that, so should have been fairly easy to spot, but you have to know who you're looking for, I guess. That's part of the problem. I forgot to mention I picked up a LMAC pair there, AF68 and a PMR8 and a power supply, and I had a hard time buying it from this guy. This guy in this big RV, he had his tables, a whole bunch of tables full of stuff, and AF68 and all that stuff sitting there, and I said, well, what do you want for it? He said, I can't sell it. I can't give you a price yet. He said, come back tomorrow, and I'll have a price on it. I said, well, look, you got it sitting right here. He said, no, I'm trying to unload. I can't set a price on it yet. I said, well, I'd like to buy it. He said, well, you going to be here at 5 o'clock? And I said, I don't know. And he said, well, come back at 5 o'clock, and I'll have a price on it. So anyway, everybody else was telling me the same story about the guy. He wouldn't put a price on anything. So as I was getting ready to leave Friday, I saw he was putting the covers back on everything, and so I went over there again, and I got it. So I guess he gave up and decided to put a price on it. So I got that, brought the receiver home. I'm using it now, listening to it, and it sounds great. Worked right off the bat. The transmitter modulation was just not too good, and I opened it up, and somebody had put a cathode resistor in the modulator, took the battery out, and it was only 200 ohms. And if you're going to do that, it needs to be 400. So I took that out, and I already had some 22.5 volt Zeners, so I stuck one of those in there, and that took care of it. And by the way, for you folks that do that, there's no need to put a capacitor across the Zener, because I've tried that, and it doesn't do anything different. So anyway, got all that stuff working, and because if you get desperate, if you find out you've got that mic plugged in the right jack, it still doesn't work, and the mic, the mic works somewhere else, and it's wired right. Tip is the push to talk, and you got your function switch on AM instead of CW. The battery wouldn't do that. If the battery was bad, when you throw the switch over to M on the modulation current, it would read really high, but I think you'd still hear something when you transmit it. So that can't be it. So that I would go with Terry's idea about the wrong jack or the wrong switch position or a bad mic. But if you get desperate, bring it down here. I'll fix it. I got sitting right here on the table. All I got to do is just pull mine out, put yours in there, and turn it on, and there's not much to it. And I've gotten to where I can work on these things blindfolded. So the invitation is there. Yeah, Cliff, I should have known better about that 240 being Brandon's. I'd forgotten all about that, and that's a pretty nice looking receiver, but it is extremely big and heavy, and I've got this GPR 90 I've got to deal with here anyway, so I don't think I'll do that. Saturday is Asheville. I wonder if anybody's going to that antique show up there. They usually have some hams. I think I heard Cliff said he's going, and I think it's supposed to rain, so maybe that'll take care of the dry problem, and maybe it won't rain at the Ham Fest, although Asheville and rain kind of go together. Let's see, we go to Rick, WK4R, N4LQ.
WK4. Well, I was going to ask Cuz if you dropped it, but I'll be nice. Sounds like everybody had a good time, and all went relatively well. I need to weed eat too, but not likely. I might. We'll see. But getting long in the tooth, I need to get out, see what I can get into, and go from there. But anyway, everybody have a good day. I'll listen for a bit, but say 73. Now I'm confused who it really goes to, because I give it to Dave. Now they told me that John's at the top, so no, I'm giving it to Jimmy. That way I can solve my problem. K4JAL, WK4R clear.
Goes to YBC.
Goes to see then.
Okay, Rick. Oh, my Lord. I just called the VA hospital trying to get an appointment over in Hickory, and they tell me they're closed today. You know, they don't care. Of course, it wasn't nothing serious, but you don't get sick on holidays or anything, not with the VA, because, you know, they have their days off, and that's it. And Steve, I might take you up on that, buddy. I really appreciate that. I thought I'd go through it and take a look and see, but see if I could find anything. But anyway, I might take you up on it. I don't have your phone number, Steve, or I can give you mine if you want to copy it down. My home phone is 828-754-6036. 828-754-6036, my home number. You can, anyway, or if you want to give me yours, that's fine too. But anyway, and yeah, I need to weed eat today too. My grass is, man, I got to get out here and get this grass mowed. It's knee deep to a haystack. So that's what I'm planning on doing today, is spend the day, I guess, in the yard. So anyway, I'm going to say 7-3s on this one. Everybody have a good one, and we'll look for you tomorrow. And Dave, LLR, I just wanted to ask you, did you get rid of that little QRP rig, or did you bring it home with you? I might be interested in it. Might be more I think about it. Well, 7-3s, everybody have a good one. Let's see, KA4JL, I believe next. K4YBC.
K4YBC, K4JAL. Well, I got a weed eat too, cuz great minds think alike. And on that vein, I've had two embarrassing situations with the LMAC where I had plenty of carrier and no modulation, and I hadn't plugged my mic all the way in. And that's an embarrassing situation, but the symptoms are exactly like yours. So there you go. You might try that. I don't know who it goes to. Oh, Steve, the reason people can't see you, you're a shadow of your former self. If they knew you, they wouldn't recognize you. But congratulations on losing all that weight. Whoever it goes to, pick it up. I'm confused. It goes to JPL or Dave or Reed or somebody, and I don't know who. K4JL, over to whoever.
Goes to W2CQH. Go ahead, Reed. Hello, Reed. Are you still there? I'd say he's done went. Go ahead, John.
Okay. W4JPL here in Liberty. I guess he flew the coop, so to speak. Well, fine business, everybody. Again, it was great seeing everybody on Saturday. I'm pretty sure I can't go to the antique thing on Saturday. I got to go to a funeral. I mean, a wedding. Maggie wants me to go with her, so I guess I'll have to just go and keep my yap shut and suffer with it. So, it is what it is. I'm going to get out of here, boys. I got a lot of stuff I want to try to get done today, and I might even do some of it. But I want to take this receiver out and give it a bath before it gets hot out. And let it bake in the sun all day. Maybe tomorrow, too. 73, have a great day. And God bless everybody. I'll talk to you in the morning. Chad, before I go, I'm sorry if I didn't recognize you. I know what you look like. You got to understand, when I get in a ham-fest, I'm focused. I've got a one-track mind, find a toy. So I had my blinders on, I guess. KN4RCL in the group, W4JPL.
I would have hollered at you, but I figured I'd see you somewhere in the ham fest today, and there wasn't no use of hollering, but I never seen you again, so I know it's a pretty good long drive from down at Shelby to Greensboro, so that's enough said about that. And I ain't got a whole lot more to say. I'll send it on around, and maybe I'll think of something by the next time. Go ahead, Dave, WA4LR, your turn.
All right, Chad, fine business. Dave, if you're still listening, yes, I still have the little QRP rig. WA4LR. Everybody keep Brandon in your prayers. I just got a text from him saying his back is no better. So please remember him. And depending on the weather and everything, I do plan on trying to make the tailgate at the museum coming up Saturday. Hope to be there. And sure hated I missed seeing Reed down there at the Ham Fest. Well, let's see here. Well, we had 3 ART-13s on this morning, Mark's and Reed's and mine. So that was fairly well represented. Fellas, I'm going to bow out on this one too. I was late getting breakfast today. Haven't got there yet, so I think I'm going to go in search of it. But I have enjoyed it. 7-3, God bless, Lord willing, we will catch you in the morning. KO4SSY, WA4LLR. Have a good one.
Alrighty, mighty fine. W4, WA4LLR, KO4SSY, returning. Well, Terry, you're right. You're right about that writing stuff down. Either can't read it or can't remember to look at it, and yeah. But oh well. And Mark, I don't want to hear one single word about you not selling nothing. I was sitting there twice when people come up trying to buy a microphone from you, and you being old stubborn bullhead and all that stuff wouldn't come off the price none, because I heard both of them tell you they could buy a brand new one for the price you was asking. And I believe I got witness. I believe Cliff could stand right there and witness that. I don't know. I don't know if I can feel sorry for you or not. Oh, mercy. Yeah, I wouldn't have sold nothing if I hadn't gave some stuff away. I'm pretty certain I lost money on what I did let go. But maybe I'll make it back up. That Ranger I picked up, may end up, if it works, I'll put a push to talk in it and come out okay, maybe. So, oh well. Hey, it's good seeing you again, Mr. Jimmy. It's good to see you there at the Ham Fest. I say again, because I'm pretty sure you was with Chuck that day we loaded that dead blame amplifier in the back of that car. So anyway, what's wrong with my eyes this morning? They're blurring. Can't hardly see, Terry. I can't hardly see, Terry. I can't see what I wrote. WD4OUM, KO4SSY.
WD4OUM. Well, why right? It don't make no difference. Apparently, when you're on AM, you don't know nothing. Early bunch, they're as bad, if not worse, than this bunch is. So there you go. But it amazes me, two people sitting talking back and forth to each other forgets who to turn it to. Oh well, I don't care. And Chad, I don't know who'd want to see you. Have you ever thought about getting you a brown paper bag and sticking it down over your head? Don't bother to cut any high holes in it. Just stick the whole bag down there. Keep it going. Oh well. Anyway. Well, this ain't got a whole lot. So there you go. WB4NKL, WD4OUM.
WD4OUM, it's WB4NKL. Okay, Terry. 73's the ones that's got out, and I guess I'm going to get out too. I've got to get around the block here before it gets any warmer. I think it's supposed to get back up 80-some degrees today, so guess I'll get started here. They're showing maybe 90 there Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's going to be some warm days, but if I don't get started early on these walks. So 73s, and we'll look for everybody in the morning. Go ahead, Mark. W4 WWC. It's WB4NKL.
WB4NKL from W4 WW Charlie. Okay, Cliff, we'll say 73. And say 73 to everybody else that's bailed out here. I've enjoyed it, and yeah, I think I'm gonna follow suit too and bail out, and I might saddle up and try to get the weed eater going maybe here in a few minutes. Hate to hear that about Brandon, and yes, I know his back has been giving him a fit for a time. Hopefully he can get that straightened out and get back on the top shelf, as it were. So we'll definitely keep him in our thoughts too. And Murphy Bill, the story on that microphone was, yeah, I was selling it pretty close to MSRP, but what I don't guess people understood was it came with a brand new $100 shock mount. That price included a shock mount. So you're buying the microphone and you're getting a free shock mount that came with it. So that was the story on that. And it's all brand new. It's never been used. It's just more of that stuff that I inherited here a few years ago. And I've had it for, I guess, 6 or 7 years, never used it, probably won't, so that's why I decided to let it go. But most people, I don't guess they understood the way I had it rode up, but oh well, no big deal. It came home, and that's okay too. So that's the story and the situation on that. Fellas, I enjoyed it, and we'll do it again. Probably try to get back in here tomorrow. I'll send it on around and say 7-3s for today. Everybody have a good one. N4LQ from W4 WW Charlie, 7-3.
Okay, it's N4LQ. I think everybody's gone except me. But Cuz, are you still here, K4YBC? I'll give you my phone number. Let's see, Rick's gone, Cuz is gone, Jimmy gone?
I'm here.
Well, good. I'm glad somebody's still here. Hope you're okay, and I guess I'll let you offer the closing ceremonies. K4JAL, N4LQ.
Okay, N4LQ, K4JAL. I think old Terry's still here, and I want to give you a word of advice, Terry. Me and Chuck was down there when Billy loaded an amplifier that was bigger than the car inside the car. So I wouldn't wind that old boy up too much. He's liable to break bad on you. And that's about all I got to say. K4JAL saying 7-3 and over to anybody else if they're there, and if not, the ribbon is tied.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Did you ever know me to take any advice from anybody?
No, but I just wanted to tell you.
Thank you anyway.
Don't want to see you get killed, Terry.
Well, I'll lead that little sucker around by the ear. Them little fat boys can't do nothing.
You're living dangerous. $7-3, old man.
See, go ahead, knothead over on the hill.
Only one thing I got to say is, I was hoping somebody might let me borrow their Darth Vader mask and to wear around instead of a bag.
I'll rent it to you.
That sounds about like you. 73, we'll talk to you in the morning.
7-3, Chadwick. And Mark, if you're still listening, now don't get all bent out of shape. I was just making light of the situation, trying to. And I knew what you was trying to do. But they was pretty tore up about it. Oh, Lord. Well, Terry, I guess it's just me and you, and I probably need to get going. I got 2 places to mow and weed eat today, and a place to brush hog, so my day is going to be grass all day. So 7-3 from here, I'm going to go try to get around and get things moving. Good Lord willing, nothing bends breaks turns. We'll catch you in the morning. KO4SSY is clear.
Well, if you let them land grabbers down there grab up a bunch of that land, you wouldn't have to get out there and brush hog. God almighty. Anyway, you fellas have a great day. WD4OUM 7-3 for